Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United co-owner Avram Glazer does not want to sell the club. The Glazers are demanding $6 billion. Revert back to November last year, the Glazers announced that the club was up for sale. The Glazers are under pressure to sell Manchester United. For such a long time, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for 18 years. They purchased the club for $790 million back in 2005. Sheikh Jassim fails to meet demands. Sheikh Jassim recently submitted a second bid to buy Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's been interested in buying the club for quite some time. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is Britain's richest man. He's the chairman of Ineos. I want the club to be sold as soon as possible, but Man United may have to wait until the summer. In the summer, Erik ten Hag will be looking to make more signings. He's looking to bring in a striker and a central midfielder. Being linked with a lot of players, we've been linked with Harry Kane, Victor Osimhen, Jude Bellingham. We've ignited his interest in Frenkie de Jong. A few weeks ago, he said we inquired about Alexis McAllister from Brighton. So there you go, and the summer transfer window will be Ten Hag's third transfer window as Man United manager. So far, he's enjoyed 2 transfer windows at the club. In the summer as well, Ten Hag will be looking to get rid of players. He'll get rid of at least 6 or 7 players. So in the summer, I reckon he'll get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. He'll get rid of Alex Telles permanently. He'll get rid of Bailly permanently. I think he'll get rid of Tom Heaton. He'll get rid of Jones. He'll get rid of Maguire. May offload Wan-Bissaka. I think he'll offload McTominay because we're willing to listen to offers for McTominay. I think he'll offload Donny van der Beek. I think Martial will leave. It said a few weeks ago that Martial's been put up for sale. Elanga, I think he'll also leave. Revert back to January. He received 10 offers. So there you go. Ten Hag has obviously brought players to Manchester United. Revert back to January. He brought Sabitzer in on loan. He brought Weghorst in on loan. And he brought Butland in on loan. Revert back to last summer. Ten Hag brought the likes of Malaysia in, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, Martinez, Antony and Dubravka. Ten Hag has spent over 200 million so far as Man United manager. He's also got rid of a lot of players as well. My perception on Ten Hag, I'm backing him. He's the right manager for Manchester United. We have had the setbacks under him this season, but we've recovered well from them, so I've not had to change my perception. You can see the progress Ten Hag has made in his first season as United manager. He's won the Carabao Cup. That was his first trophy as United manager and Man United's first trophy in 6 years. He's got us to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, the quarter-finals of the Europa League, and got us up to third in the league. If Ten Hag can win another trophy this season, get us a top 4 finish, I'll underline that and say that's a successful season. Then build from that. Don't forget, Ten Hag won Premier League Manager of the Month for February. He's our best manager since Ferguson. He's almost a year into his reign as Man United manager. Ten Hag is under contract with the club till 2025 because when he got appointed in, he signed a 3-year deal. The other week it said Ten Hag is set to earn a new Man United contract regardless of the club's owner. Ten Hag was the one that replaced Ralph Rangnick. He's our 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gag and Steve McLaren. In revert back to when Ten Hag was at Ajax, he did very well because he won Eredivisie titles, won Dutch Cups. Back in 2019, guided Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. But Man United is replicating what he produced when he was the Ajax manager. You know, a lot of managers have gone since Ferguson. Obviously, after Ferguson, we had David Moyes. We sacked David Moyes. After like 8 or 9 months, he only enjoyed the short managerial tenure at the club. Ferguson, by the way, was the one that recommended Moyes in when he retired back in 2013. That was the only mistake Ferguson made. After Moyes, we had Van Gaal. We sacked him after like 2 years. We did win the FA Cup under him. After that, had Mourinho. We sacked him after like 2.5 years. They did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. After Mourinho, we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He got sacked in November 2021. He was Man United manager for almost 3 years. Don't forget, Solskjaer got us to the Europa League finally, got us to semi-finals as well. Didn't win a trophy under him in Solskjaer's first full season as United manager. He got us a 3rd place finish. In his second season, got us a 2nd place finish. So we had good periods under him. After Solskjaer, we had Rangnick. He was Man United's interim manager for around, 4 or 5 months. One point we had Michael Carrick as caretaker manager. So there you go. You know, Man United have not been the same team since Ferguson retired. It's going to be hard for anybody to replicate what Ferguson produced at the club. Alex Ferguson, greatest manager of all time. He brought success to Man United. He won 30-odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles. But he didn't settle in straight away, Ferguson, because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was the Man United manager for 26 years, so he was a long-serving manager. But in the last 10 years, Manchester United have spent over £1 billion. And we've brought over 40 players in since Ferguson retired. Last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. As you all know, Man United beat Fulham 3-1 at Old Trafford in the FA Cup quarter-final. So Man United are into the FA Cup semi-finals. Man United will be playing Brighton. Man United came from a goal down to beat 9-men Fulham. As you all know, Fulham had 3 sent off. You know, Willian got sent off for the handball. Mitrovic got sent off and the Fulham manager Marco Silva got sent off. But I thought for 60 minutes Fulham were the dominant team and Manchester United really struggled. But obviously when we got the penalty, you know, it changed the complexion of the game. You know, because obviously we turned it around. Obviously Mitrovic scored for Fulham. Could have had another goal in the game. De Gea produced a good save to deny him. You know, Bruno Fernandes got the penalty and converted it. He got another goal in the game, late in stoppage time. And Sabitzer got his first goal for Manchester United, and that meant a lot to him. It was a good flick by Marcel Sabitzer. But after the game, Eric Ten Hag did say we're in a position we want to be in, and he did mention that it was a penalty. But I knew it was going to be a tough game against Fulham because Fulham have enjoyed a very good season to their standards, and I've got to give Marco Silva credit. He's doing a really good job. I do believe Fulham will finish in the top half this season. You know, they did get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, which is good to their standards. But it is looking like a Manchester United Man City FA Cup final. You know, we've got Brighton in the semi, like I mentioned. City, you've got Sheffield United. Be nice for us to win the FA Cup. We've not won it since 2016. We've won the FA Cup around 12 or 13 times. By the way, Marcel Sabitzer has picked up a knee injury. Varane is injured. Don't forget, not so long ago, Rashford withdrew from the England squad because he picked up an injury. Obviously, you know, Eriksen's still injured. Martial's injured, but he's been hampered with injuries this season. Donny van der Beek's injured, don't play anyway. He's a squad player. You know, Casemiro, he's suspended. He's got, 3 games to serve. Manchester United's next game is Newcastle. And the preview for that game should be coming up this week. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe. And take care. God bless.